Hi there, this is Alison from Freddie Loves Crochet, and today I'm going to talk you through a really quick and easy pattern to make these lovely bobbly coasters. They are so fast, you can make up a set, within a couple of hours really. So I've got 3 here. I'm planning on doing a set of 6. I love the bobbly edge, kind of just gives that nice raised texture to the edge of your coaster, and it's lovely the way that your mug will sit in the middle of that. So I've got 3 here. I'm going to add another one to that today. I'm using a 6mm hook with Aran or worsted weight number 4 yarn. I am using Scheepjes Chunky Monkey I've got Teal here and Mulberry here. You're going to need some scissors, a darning needle and a stitch marker. Now I don't particularly like using the little plasticky stitch marker things. They're not for me, but I appreciate that you may. So if that's how you do it, that's fine. I use a little scrap of yarn as my stitch marker. We also are going to be using the magic circle technique, working in continuous rounds in a spiral. I'll talk you through the magic circle if that's something that you struggle with. It's perfect for beginners, this tutorial. If you're just sort of getting to know crochet, working in the round and some of the basic stitches, because it's nice and simple and quick. I use mainly US terms, but I do also refer to the UK terms, so don't worry if you prefer the UK terms. I will also refer to them as well. So I'm going to zoom in so that we can get going on this tutorial. So for right-handers, you want the tail end of your yarn for the magic circle over to the left hand side and the long end to the right. So if you're left-handed, you'd have it the other way round, where you'd have the tail end to the right and the long end to the left. So I am right-handed, so I'll do this right-handed, but if you just reverse for left-handers, if you reverse it. So tail end to the left if you're right-handed, get your long end, wrap it until it crosses, and then working in the back of your fingers, put your hook through the first end of the yarn and then pick up the long end, so it'll be quite a loose circle shape. Pick up your yarn however it is you prefer to do that, and then chain 1. So we're just going to have a chain of 1 for this magic circle, so it should be about the size of a 2p piece. Left-handers, it would look like that, so your tail end would be on the right, and for right-handers, the tail end is off to the left. You're going to crochet over both strands, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, making sure that you crochet across both strands as opposed to just one strand. So we're going to start off with 6 single crochet US terms, which is a double crochet in the UK, into the circle. So that's 1. So hook in, pick up the yarn, pull it out of the circle, yarn over through 2, that's 2, hook in, pick up the yarn, pull it out again, yarn over and pull through for 3. So this is the US single crochet, UK double crochet. Those seasoned crocheters out there who may be on this video, apologies for it being quite simple and basic for those who are just beginning, but I just want to make sure that everyone gets a go at this, because it's a lovely, simple, quick pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to pull the tail end, and it should, if it's magic and you've done it right, it should close over like that. Now, because we're working in continuous spiral rounds, we're not going to join here, we're just going to continue, and this is where we need our stitch marker. So for me, I use a scrap of yarn and I put it in between my hook and the work, and I know that when I get back around to it that I'm at the beginning. So we're going to do 2 single crochets, UK double crochets, into each stitch around. So we are doubling from 6 to 12. If you are somebody who has worked in the round before or done amigurumi and things, this is probably something that you've done lots of times, and the actual circle bit for this should be fairly simple for you. So 2 stitches 2 single crochets in each stitch around, so we're going from 6 to 12, and I've come back round to my stitch marker. That means I am now back at the beginning to start my next round. So for the next round we're going to add another 6 stitches, meaning we're going from 12 to 18. The way we do that, I should give myself some more yarn. The way we do that is 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1, 2, and 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 in the next. So it's 2, then 1, 2, then 1, and then by the time you've done that you should be up to 18. Oh, that should have been a 2. I thought I'd done something wrong there. That one was a 2, and then a 1, a 2, and then a 1. So we're now up to 18. It's amazing how quick this pattern is. You won't believe how fast you can make these. So we're now going to add another 6, so we're going from 18 to 24. So we're going to do 2 in the first stitch like we have been doing, and then 1 single crochet in the next 2. So all of these stitches that we're doing for this are all single crochets, and even when we get to do the bobbly bits there, that's also single crochets. So the whole thing is a US single crochet or a UK double crochet. So 2, and then 1, and another 1. Like I say, we're adding 6 stitches to each round, working in multiples of 6. 1, 2, 1 and 2. If I am going too fast for you, you can slow down these videos, and you can pause it whenever you need to as well. I also have a written tutorial of this for free on my website. Links are in the comments. I'm just coming to the end here. This Scheepjes chunky monkey yarn is so lovely, but it's made up of all these like really obvious individual strands that can be quite splitty. So 1, 2, we've got 2 to go. Okay, so I'm now up to 24. Right, move my stitch marker again. This time we're adding another 6 once again, and we're going up to 30. So this means 2 single crochet in the first, and then 1 single crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. So 2 single crochet, and then 1 in the next 3. And 3. I'm going to let you pause it here while you finish off that round, because it's getting bigger now, so there's more, you probably need more time to be able to complete the rounds. So it's 2 in the next stitch and then 1 in the next 3, and so I'll meet you back at the next round here. So you should now have got round there, doing 2 in one and 3 in the next. I'm up to 30 stitches. We've got one more set of increases to go. So I'm going to take my stitch marker out, put it back in, and this time it's 2 in the first stitch and 1 in the next 4 stitches. Okay, so each time we're adding an extra 1 to those. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I'll do that one more time for you before you can pause it. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 in one and 1 in the next 4. So if you continue on round, we're adding another 6, so you'll get to 36. If for whatever reason you wanted your coaster bigger than when it's coming out, you can continue to add rounds by adding 6 to each one, to each round. So for example, if you wanted to make it 42 stitches instead of 36, you would do 2 in the first and 1 in the next 5, and then you keep adding a 1 until you've got it the size that you want it as you increase. So I'll meet you back round to here when we're going to change colour and put the bubbles on. Okay, so you should now be round to here and have 36. If you are adding any extra rows on to make it any bigger, then now's the chance to do so. So pause it and add an extra 1 to each round. Each little set of instructions. So take your stitch marker out now, and then we're just going to trim. I'm going to show you how to do the, if you don't already know, the invisible join here. So when you're working in the round, what you end up with is a little ridge here. So what I've done is I've trimmed the yarn and I've just pulled that through there. So I haven't actually fastened anything off yet. What we're going to do is we're going to sort of use this tail end to create like a little fake stitch, which will stop that from looking ridged there. So get your hook and you're going to skip that one next stitch. So we're here, that would normally be the next stitch. We're going to skip that and we're aiming for this one, and I'm going from the back to the front. You could either use a darning needle with this. I just personally I use my hook because I'm lazy and it's quicker. So I've put my hook from the back through to the front. I'm going to wrap that tail end around it and I'm just going to pull it through like that. Okay, so that's the first bit. So you can see here that we've got kind of one front strand, one front loop of a stitch. So to create the back loop, and we're kind of disguising what's underneath here, we're going back to where you start, where you sort of finished off the stitch there. So that's that last stitch of the last round, and you're just going to go from the back, just the back loop. You're not going through the whole of the stitch, so you're just picking up from the back to the front, that back loop. So that front loop there is still available, and then you're going to wrap the tail end around and just pull that through. So it looks quite big there that you've done, but you just give it a little pull and you can see here. So this one here is like the fake stitch that we've made that's gone over the one that's underneath, and you can see now that it's completely blends in. Okay, so now you're going to get a new colour, which I'm going to use teal here. And if you put a slip knot on your hook, okay, and then you're going to aim for that fake stitch. You don't have to start there. I always like to though. So there's the last stitch that we worked into there. You can see because the tail end's coming out of it there. So that's the last one from the last round. There's the fake stitch there. So I'm going to aim for that. So we're going to now do the little bubbles are actually popcorn stitches. And actually I've just remembered a step that I've missed out. So once you've got your circle out, you're going to turn, you're going to work from the back, because these popcorn stitches come out on the opposite side. You'll have to excuse my nail. I have literally, by making this, caught it on the yarn and pulled the nail varnish off, so apologies for that. So we're aiming for this fake stitch here. Okay, so that means the tail end is coming out there to the left of it. We're going to hook in and we're just going to make a single crochet. So hook in, yarn over, you've got 2 loops, so pull through both and you've made a single crochet. So in the next stitch along, we're going to do a popcorn, and we're going to do a 4 single crochet popcorn stitch. So That's one single crochet, and we're going back into the same place, and we're making another, and we're going to do 4 single crochets in here. That's 3 all in the same stitch. Okay, pull the loop a little bit bigger, take your hook out. Now you want to go back to the first one of those 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this time, instead of putting your hook in that way, we're going from the back through to the front. So put your hook so it's coming out backwards, if you see what I mean. Then you're just going to pick up that long loop that you've left and pull it through, and then that creates a popcorn when you turn it over on the other side. Your next stitch is just a single crochet, so yarn over and pull through 2. So we're going to alternate regular single crochets and 4 single crochet popcorn stitches. So it's 1 single crochet, 1 popcorn stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 popcorn stitch. So I'm going to do that popcorn stitch a few more times for you. So we're going to place 4 single crochets, which is a UK double, into the same place. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Pull up that loop a little bit longer so we don't lose it, and then we're going to find the 4th. Now if you're going to get confused between which, you know, what belongs to what stitch, count back. So if you know you've done 4, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what I made me for. That one was the single crochet on its own that went into there. So find your 4th one, or the very first of the 4 that you did. Put your hook at the back and push through to the front. Pick up that loop and pull through. Next stitch is a single crochet. So a regular one, and then another popcorn stitch. I'm going to do that again for you. So 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Make the loop a bit bigger. Find the 4th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hook from the back to the front. Pick up your loop and give it a pull so it tightens, and pull that through. So you can see on the other side that we've got these lovely ridge of little bubbles coming now. So you're going to do that all the way around, alternating with a single crochet and a popcorn stitch. You should end up, the final stitch of the round should be, hopefully, a popcorn stitch, and then I will meet you there once you've done all of yours, ready to show you where to join, and then we can fasten off. I'll finish this popcorn stitch. There we go. So I'll meet you back round once you've done alternating single crochets and 4 single crochet popcorn stitches. Okay, so you should now have gone all the way around, alternating your popcorn stitches and your single crochets, and I've ended with a popcorn stitch. So going back to the very first single crochet that you did, we're just going to place a slip stitch in there. So finding the top of that very first single crochet, hook through both loops, yarn over, pull it through there, and then pull that through again just to fasten off. So you can now trim the yarn and pull that through. So once you turn over, gorgeous little bobbly edged coaster. So you just need to sew the ends in, and as you can see, it's absolute perfect size for your mug. Like I say, this matches the block stitch granny blanket that I did. I say, well, the yarn matches it anyway, and it was all for the same room. So if you want to have a look at that, head over to the other video, which should come up here as a suggestion. And also the written tutorial for this is on my website with all the links in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Please do subscribe, give me a thumbs up and a comment as well. I'd most appreciate that. Take care, till next time, bye bye now.